All right, let's see if it's working. Is it working, Ryan? Oh, hooray for the internet. Why is the technology age like the best and worst thing all at the same time? All right, here, back up. Let's see. We got to get Ryan because Ryan's going to be our comment moderator today, you guys. I know you are excited. Okay, let's see if the little video pops up. It should pop up, and then you can talk to the people. And you can say all the secret things behind my back. Which I don't know what those would be, but...
I'm not wearing any pants.
You are too wearing pants. Is the internet busted in our house right now?
No, it works fine.
It works fine? It says it's working fine. It looks like we've got a couple people online. So what we are making today is sweet and sour chicken, which I am super excited for. Let's try this one more time, because you need to be able to read the comments, Ryan.
One more time.
Yeah, do you want to do the dance break?
I'm gonna celebrate. Oh, yeah, all right.
I think the internet's having a moment in our house today. Just timing and everything. So this recipe, I'm super excited. Gina, if you're on, oh, there we are. Perfect. So, okay, what's going to happen, Ryan? We got to educate Ryan. He's new to this whole Facebook Live situation. So you see us here. There's a time delay.
Okay. So
that if I say any crazy words, it'll edit it. No, it won't. So you might want to zip down and start. Oh, Gina's here. Gina, this is for you, babe. So she, it was a combination of Gina and I think Sue Kwitsky a couple weeks ago when I did my last live stream. They requested something light and healthy and a sweet and sour chicken. So Kapam, this is what we got. We've got a lightened up sweet and sour chicken. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me because nobody's yelling that you can't. Watch out. Ryan's got the comments. So if you see any comments from me, this one over here. Do you have anything to say in regard to your first Facebook live stream?
Sorry in advance about the spelling.
It's all good. So before we get started, if you want the recipe for this to follow along, it's over at joaniesimon.com. And it's under the sweet and sour chicken lightened up. If you go to the recipes tab, all the details will be there, including ingredients and such. Are you going to tell me what they're saying as they say it?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a commenter who says, "Hi, Joanie and Ryan. You are too cute."
Who says that?
Dana Volman.
Oh, Dana. How's it going? If you guys don't follow her, she's Cocktails and Cactus and Cocktails, Cocktails and Cactus over on Instagram. She's awesome. So one thing that I have already gotten started over here is the chicken breast, because of course this is sweet and sour chicken, so we need to make sure to have chicken. So I already cooked the chicken off. You can really do this however you want. I did grilled chicken the first time I did this recipe, but today, here, I'll show you what I got over here. Just to save a little bit of time, I've already got 4 chicken breasts cooked up, and these were like gigantic ones. You know when you go to the grocery store and you're like, holy mother of God, that is the largest chicken breast I've ever seen in my life. I just slice them down the middle and then do them like in the cast iron skillet or in the stovetop. Just cook them up, and then we will deal with those later. So, and if you have any questions, Ryan is happy to field those for you. So, and feel free to throw out the comments as they come in, Ray Guy.
I will.
Got anything exciting to tell me?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Erin Gillick liked our video.
She liked it?
Thanks, Erin.
Oh, good. So what I have here is just a big old sweet onion, and one of the reasons I love this recipe is because I don't have to worry about like a fine dice on my vegetables. I just keep them nice and hearty. We call that rustic style. But you know, when you go to the restaurants and you have the sweet and sour chicken, it's nice big pieces of onions and the peppers. So I was going to go for that. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I got too potent a one because nobody's crying.
No, not yet.
No.
Jen Pruitt likes your sweater. Oh,
thank you, Jen Pruitt. I got it at Target. Good old Target. I think I get most of my clothes, like I would say 50% for Target, 50% from Ross. So, we be high styling it up in here. So, okay, I've got my onion, and again, I'm just going to chop this up nice and easy peasy. So just like yay, I'm going to put all my veggies here in a little side dish, and I figured go ahead and show you the prep process so that we can take some time and enjoy each other's company today. Watch out. I got my cool little spatula that I got this weekend.
Oh, those are super cool.
Yeah, so this is, Ryan thinks the name's funny though. It's by the company's Early Wood.
Early Wood.
Okay. But they're these really beautiful wooden spatulas and stir sticks and spoons and smack you upside the head with it.
Yeah.
Do you want it? You can hold it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gina Chavez wants to know, do you prefer sweet onion versus yellow onion for this?
I do, just in terms of the flavor. They'll both cook up just the same, but just the sweet onion is going to be more of a mild flavor, and the onions are there really more for texture. So, great question. And if you saw my little tricky how I did the pepper, this is one of the things that I learned from a chef, and I'm like, that is the most genius way to cut a pepper. So instead of like how my mom used to do it when I was a kid, she'd kind of go around the top like that and cut that out and remove the center. Instead, you put it upright like this and cut down. So you just slice down. Oh wait, that onion's catching up with me. Whew, it's got a little spicy on it. So cut down the sides of it. I need to sharpen my knives, clearly. And then just cut around the edges, and that's a really easy way to avoid the pit in the center, and then to have the strips ready to go. And again, because this is not all about the fine dice, I'm just going to chop these up, because you think about like the size of the vegetables when you go to, Chinese food restaurant, or you order takeout or payway or whatever. So about yay big, it's going to be just right. So to match our onions. All right, any questions thus far?
No.
Any brilliant insights?
Well, we have much hilarity about the name of the...
Oh, I'm missing the whole conversation.
Aziz as well.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. They're beautiful pieces. They also have really nice cutting boards.
Yeah.
So.
But you're saying, maybe the people who make them don't kind of see the possible...
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Very nice people.
Womp, womp. All right, so I've got the red pepper, green pepper. You could use other colors of peppers. You could go with the yellow or the orange if you were feeling particularly inspired. And then we also have our onion there. So that is all good to go. And then we're going to throw in some garlic. Because, I really, for this recipe, when Gina and Sue requested it, I thought, you want something that's quick and easy for a weeknight. We don't want a million ingredients. So I really wanted to simplify a lot of the flavors, but really still get that sweet and sour effect, so that it's not some sort of, like, what is this? This isn't like what I remember of sweet and sour chicken, but at the same time, deliver a lot of flavor. But you could definitely jazz this up. You could throw in some ginger or, maybe some orange, some other things like that just to punch it up. But got my 1 clove of garlic here, and again, I'm just going to kind of rough chop it. You could throw it through one of those garlic masher dailies. That would be fine too. Whatever your preferred method of dealing with garlic.
We have hellos from Sheena Strange. She says hi.
Oh, hey, Sheena.
Elliott says hi from Florida.
Very good. Nice to see you. Man, we got people from all over the place. I did make this stream a little earlier today because the last couple ones I was doing late in the evening, which worked great for Arizona time, where we are on Pacific Standard Time. But I was thinking, my East Coast friends, I need to turn this on in time for you. So glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're doing sweet and sour chicken. It's lightened up because we are not frying anything and we're not dealing with a whole lot of artificial ingredients. So it's going to be super tasty. And you like this recipe, right, Guy?
I like this. This is a really good kind of like just easy eating recipe that the whole family can like. Because the boys will eat it too. Yeah,
the boys eat it. Yeah. Every so often, though, I'll make something. Like, you're my harshest critic. Well, you're one of my few critics because you're one of the people who actually eats it. And inevitably, he's like, I don't know. And then I start wigging out and freaking out, going, what's wrong with it? How do I fix it? But you...
I like you just have constructive criticism.
Exactly. So this is why the recipes end up good, is this man, he doesn't let off. He makes sure to really... He's like, this is all right. It's fine. But I don't settle for fine. So I think we got Linda Simon on the line.
She says hi from Indiana.
Oh, hi from Indiana. Another Simon. We got a lot of Simons out there. Not related to Paul. Who are other famous Simons? Who are some other famous Simons? Paul Simon is like the one I go to. Yeah.
Scott Simon on NPR, I think.
Oh, yeah? Wow. They're taking it to the nerd territory right there.
about it.
All right. Well, we hang out in nerd territory. I've got a little bit of avocado oil, although you could use any kind of oil that you get into. I like to cook with grapeseed oil a lot too, but any sort of high smoke point, although we're really just doing a saute today, so you don't have to worry. You could use an olive oil. That would be fine. Do we all understand the point of the smoke point of oils? If we need a description on that, I'm happy to go into that. But meanwhile, I'm just going to put that here in the pan. And is the pan, yeah, the pan is in the view, right? You can see the pan?
I can't, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I have a lot of comments.
You have a lot of comments. Ryan's he's got to catch up.
Yeah.
Catch up, Ryan. Where's my stick?
Oh.
Thank you. All right, so I got just a little bit of that avocado oil here. And then what I'm going to throw in are those veggies that we just chopped up. So anybody just joining, I have red pepper, green pepper, a sweet onion, and some garlic. And I'm just going to toss that right on in. Ooh, and we got the nice little sizzly sound going on. So, and I'm not going to let these go too long because for me, when I have this dish, I want those veggies still to have a little bit of like texture on them. I don't want to totally turn them into mush. So I'm going to let those hang out.
Actually, Aziz would like you to talk a little about the smoke point of oil.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. So when it comes to oils, they have different temperatures at which they start to break down. So we have something like a grapeseed oil or an avocado oil, which those break down at very high temperatures. Now, exactly what those smoke points are, you'll have to Google it. Peanut oil is another one, which is why you can do some good frying in that. Vegetable canola oil, also a high smoke point, but something like olive oil, a lower smoke point. So what's going to happen is if you try frying in those or using them at high temperatures, they're going to break down, and not only is that going to make them taste a little burned and a little extra bitter, but just from the standpoint of health-mindedness, it's going to cause something called free radicals, which are not the best thing for you in terms of, cancer-causing agents and things like that. So, from that regard, I just always keep it simple and go ahead and use anything with a high smoke point. So, grapeseed oil is my typical, but I've been playing with the avocado oil, and I enjoy that.
Right. Now, is that too, if you use like a higher smoke point oil in an actual deep fryer, will that oil last longer then?
Same exact thing. Like, you do not want to fry in olive oil for the most part. Like, that's why you're going to use a vegetable oil or a canola oil, like when you fry your turkeys and things like that. Gotcha. So you get that nice high smoke point. And yeah, again, like you can recycle those oils because they stay preserved. So good question.
And Joseph K. Mueller says that he wants to say hi. He's a big
What's up? It's good to see you, Joe. Oh my gosh, another fellow YouTuber. Joe, feel free to throw your YouTube channel into the comments because people would love to follow you. He's got a lot of fun food reviews. Like he does the little drive-through situation. I think he's in New York. And he goes and drives through different restaurants and taste tests for you. What are these different dishes and, burgers and sandwiches and crazy things. It's a riot. So, all right, we are sauteing our veggies. And meanwhile, what do I do with my knife? Here's my knife. So I've got those 4 chicken breasts, like I told you guys, that I cooked up already, and now I'm going to cut them. Now, some people might be like, well, why didn't you cut them before you cooked them? For me, whenever I pre-cut them and then cook the chicken, it seems to create all sorts of little particles and pieces, and it's just not as clean, if that makes sense. If you've ever seen that, you've got those little floating pieces around. This will just help to prevent all of that. So I cook the chicken off before, and we're going to add that to our stir fry at the end. So.
Gina Chavez wants to know about coconut oil.
Coconut oil, another great high smoke point.
Is that high smoke? Oh, good.
Definitely. And man, coconut oil is great all-purpose. I mean, obviously use it in a lot of beauty products. A lot of people swear by it if you've got, coarser hair or, need a moisturizer, but at the same time, really great for frying in. We did a recipe, my friend Angel and I did a recipe on YouTube last year we fried these little arancini kind of things, and we did that in coconut oil. And it does impart, though, a little bit of coconut flavor, and I know not everybody is a coconut fan, but if you like coconut, like I like coconut, that's a great idea. So, and big thank you, Gina, for requesting this recipe, because we've eaten it like 10 times now.
Yeah.
And we have loved it. So, all right, and I'm just cutting those pieces of chicken right to here. And as far as cooking chicken breast, this is a place where you can go wrong a lot of times. You want to make sure not to overcook it because that's how it dries out. So these guys, I am notorious for using, you know, my internal temperature thermometer. What do we call that?
Yeah, instant read.
The instant read thermometer. Although I need a new one. I've been trying to get a new one for a long time. It's on my Christmas list, and my birthday list, and my Valentine's list, and I still haven't gotten it.
We got a big anniversary.
Oh, yes.
So maybe.
Man, instant read thermometer for my anniversary. Yeah. Now that's love, you guys.
It says it's been a great 10 years, like an instant read thermometer.
I just really want a good one, because the one I have takes a little while. Like if you've got an instant read thermometer, it takes a little while to read the exact temp, whereas I want to go out to the grill and be able to go, okay, the steak is 120 degrees right now, right? So anyway, back to the chicken. Using an instant read thermometer like I did on this one, I just wanted to make sure it got up to about 160 so that it would carry over to about 165, and then it is nice and moist, and be sure to let it rest. So like I cooked these maybe about 15-20 minutes ago, and they've been chilling ever since, and they are super moist and juicy. Would you like a taste?
I love one, yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right.
I got to do the Jada de Laurentiis thing. Right?
The Jada.
Get the big teeth out.
All right. So, and just make sure to stir your veggies around. Keep those little guys moving so that they don't get too burned. I got some that are a little browned on there, but nobody's going to die. It's okay. It's just Ryan. He's the one who has to eat this again. But it's actually perfect. It's getting nice little color on there. All right. I did, because we're going to use the microwave in a bit for the rice. I did a run through on the microwave to make sure I could work it today.
Last time that you tuned in, we had a little trouble getting the microwave to work.
Oh.
It's apparently...
It was embarrassing. Oh.
Rather complicated machine.
Rather complicated. Okay, so I've got the chicken there. Got my garlic there. So now what I want to do, I'm going to move our veggies around. We still see the veggies? All right, so now what I'm going to do, they're just slightly softened. I would not call these totally softened, but that's exactly what I want because they're going to cook a little while longer once we assemble the sauce. And if you overcook it, then they're just going to be mush and they're going to be sad. That's like one of the travesties when we go out for Thai food. If I ever like have a Thai dish and it's just overcooked and those veggies are way too soft, it just makes me sad. We want to, you know, honor our veggies. We don't want to destroy them. So what I'm throwing in here, I should explain before I stop screwing around. So I've got these pineapple chunks. This is 20 ounces per the recipe, and it's in pineapple juice, and I'm throwing the whole thing in. So I did not drain it because that juice is very important for creating the sauce, which, you know, because if you're going to have a sweet and sour chicken, you got to make sure you have a nice sauce that goes over it. Otherwise, it's going to be super dry. Yeah. Got any comments over there? I saw you typing away.
No, one's super secret, so don't read these comments later.
Don't read them after the live stream. I feel like you have been put in a real position of power today.
I sure have.
So you got the star on. Where'd you get that star, Ryan?
Calvin gave me the star.
Aww.
He just kind of toddles into the office and goes, "Look, Daddy, I have a star."
He has a star. Gave you a star. Okay, so we've got our veggies in there. We got our pineapple with the juice in there. And now we're going to continue to assemble the sauce. Now, what's great about this recipe, when I have done sweet and sours in the past, I have added brown sugar. But fortunately, there is enough sugar in there, and this is not going to be a cloyingly sweet, oversweet, sweet and sour chicken. It's going to be just sort of that nice little balance of tangy and slightly sweet. But a lot of them have a base of tomatoes. So I am using tomato paste, regular old tomato paste, 1/4 cup's worth here. And I'm going to add that in. Another piece from our friends at Earlywood. Very cute, very cute. All right. Excuse me. I need a drink. Yeah. We've got our little LaCroix break.
Ooh.
You look like you had something to say.
No, nothing. I'm just enjoying watching you drink carbonated.
I'm sure everybody is. All right. And then I also have some light soy sauce. Now, you know me. I'm an eyeballer from the way back, but we want about a tablespoon's worth in there. And then we also have rice wine vinegar. So using that Soy sauce is going to add a nice sort of depth of flavor. We talk about the flavor profile of umami, right? We've got sweet, we've got sour, salty. Umami is sort of that savory factor, and soy sauce is great for that. So it's just going to add that complexity. And then I've got rice wine vinegar, which is going to give us a nice little acid punch. And when we talk about different people and different palates, right? Like some people love spicy food. We love spicy food. Other people really enjoy acidic foods like lemon and citrus, and that's us too. We both love acidic foods, but rice wine vinegar and any kind of vinegar is a great addition to all sorts of sauces just to add that acid flavor to it. So, and that was about a tablespoon's worth, maybe a little more generous, but again, we're having fun.
That was tomato paste you added, right?
Yes, tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
Exactly. All right, so we got the little stir action going on. And now what you're going to see, if you guys are making this, you will notice, you're like, Joanie, this is a very watery sauce. And I will say, yes. Don't worry, though. We will fix this very shortly with our good friend cornstarch, which is hanging out. But I'm going to go ahead and, okay, this is not working very well. I'm used to my spatula. Please hold. I'm a spatula girl. Check out my spatulas. They got chickens on them. Isn't that cute? My mother-in-law picked those up. She was at Paula Dean's restaurant in Savannah and had chicken spatulas. So, you know me and the chickens. I believe Gina, who is also on this live stream, is a huge chicken fan as well. So, here for all the chickens. I'm just glad that chicken's an emoji. I mean, that made my day. And we're cooking a chicken dish. So, all right. So, as you see, this is kind of coming together. And we got this nice little sauce going on, right? But it's still pretty watery. So now what I want to do is take ye old cornstarch, and this is like secret ingredient, not secret ingredient, this is pretty well known, but this is that thing that you can stick in sauces to thicken it up, all sorts of sauces, but a lot in Asian cooking, for example. So I'm going to take, the recipe, it says a tablespoon's worth, but really, there's so many environmental factors when it comes to recipes. You know, there's, I live here in Arizona, which is super dry because it's a desert, the Sonoran Desert. And so, you know, when I tell you to put a 1/4 cup of water into a pie crust, that's going to be very different if you're hanging out in Florida. There's somebody from Florida here. It's a lot more humid, so there's a lot more moisture in the air, so it's going to affect the recipe. So the same with the cornstarch in this situation, just depending on environmental factors where you're at. But that looks like it did a pretty good job, about a tablespoon's worth. So I don't know if you guys can see it. But the thing with cornstarch is that it does need to be cooked in order to thicken up. So as far as this sauce is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and just turn that up over about a medium high. And it's going to start to simmer. And then in the process, also cook those veggies just a little bit more and bring all those flavors together. All right. And then I'm also going to add the chicken. And this is where you're going to say, Joanie, you brought too small of a pan to the party. And I'll go, yeah, I really did. I should have brought the bigger pan out. I got a little overzealous today. I think I did like 1.5 pounds of chicken, but it's okay. We might make a mess.
Gina has 10 hens and 2 roosters.
What? Oh my gosh, you got to tell me all the secrets. We want to get chickens. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe goats.
And goats. How fun would it be to have goats, you guys? Goats would be the best. What would we name them? We would name good names for them.
Yeah. You gotta get to know the goat.
Exactly.
You'll find its name.
Okay. That was a little deep, Ryan. Okay, so I have got our sweet and sour chicken here. Tossing it with the sauce. Holy buckets, I made a ton. So I think those were big peppers too, so just fair warning. Whoop, whoop, get off there, you guys. Smelling good though, huh, right, guy?
It is.
Yeah.
It smells super good.
All right, what other questions you guys got out there? Because literally this is coming together right now.
Oh, Gina says some goats are mean.
Goats are mean?
Yeah,
well,
some goats.
Some goats. Well, we only like nice goats.
Yeah.
Although you're a little ornery, so I guess that works.
Unreal goat.
Unreal goat, exactly. All right. Oh, this is looking great. This is looking good. Yeah, I made like 1.5 pounds of chicken, so it might look like less if you make this recipe, or you are making it with me. And the plan is to do these every week because they are a whole lot of fun. I know I have a good time doing it. So if we do these on a weekly basis, definitely give me feedback on the time, because before we were doing these Thursday nights. This, of course, is Tuesday afternoon, so we'll see what works out the best and what you guys seem to enjoy the most. But the plan for the next one is something with a chicken pesto. I had a chicken pesto dish at a restaurant, and I was like, oh, I got to turn this into something exciting for dinner. So let me know in the comments, though, if you have ideas or requests for the next live stream. I would love that kind of input, or what to do with chicken pesto other than put it on a sandwich, turn it into pasta. I was thinking maybe skewers. Skewers could be fun for a weeknight dinner. Apparently, Ryan's having all sorts of inside conversations with y'all right now. I feel like I should have you sign in as yourself so that they don't think I'm writing all sorts of crazy things.
Well, I'm not writing crazy. I'm just responding like...
Oh, you are?
I'll totally tell you, because it's not a big secret. It's on Facebook.
Huh.
Bonnie suggested some great goat names, Snapper and John Deere. Are these goats that you have, Bonnie?
Oh.
That's pretty awesome.
John Deere.
John Deere, the goat.
I love that.
Both country and it's an animal. And
I love it.
Gina, her best hen is named Henny Penny.
Oh, Henny Penny.
She's laid 4 double yolk eggs in the last 2 weeks. That's like,
dude,
my favorite part of the egg is the yolk, so that would be awesome.
That would be awesome, a double yolk.
Yeah.
Although your mom was trying to do a meringue recipe, and as you guys probably know, meringue requires egg white, not the yolk, and she wasn't planning anything with the yolk, and she got all these eggs with double yolks in them, and so she was so frustrated.
An entire dozen.
Like the whole dozen was all doubles.
Every single one had double yolk.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Freakish, like
freak eggs. But thanks, Henny Penny. All right, so because I'm cutting corners, and this is what I do typically, whether it's weeknight dinner or it's entertaining, you know, I like to have fun cooking, but at the same time, I also don't want to make myself crazy. So I'm going to try. I've not had this before, but I will sometimes shortcut when it comes to the rice or other side dishes. So I just picked this up at the grocery store because I tried one last week that was not good, an instant rice that it just, I don't know, it was like super dry and mealy. So I've got some faith. Maybe we'll see Uncle Ben's. I hope my friends from Lundberg aren't watching because they've got really superior rice.
Their rice is awesome.
Their rice is amazing.
If you have the time. It doesn't take a lot of time.
No, but it's 30 minutes, and I'm ready to eat my sweet and sour chicken now.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
90 seconds on the microwave. Think we're going to have success today? Let me see.
Am I too close to this thing?
Are you worried that it's going to light you on fire? Okay, squeeze the pouch to separate the rice. Tear 2 inches to vent. Okay, heat on 90 seconds, and then remove using the cool touch area of untorn side. Okay, cool touch area. Cool. All right, 90 seconds. You ready? All right, and cook time. There we go. So pretty much our sweet and sour chicken, though, came together, and you guys saw that was super duper fast. I mean, this looks ridiculous. This looks so good. The veggies are just right. They're, you know, slightly softened, but at the same time, still a little bit of crispiness there. It's good stuff. Here. It needs a little salt. We need our salt, though. I did not fully season this.
Dana Vollmer Brown suggested rice at Trader Joe's, which is very good.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they sell
in the freezer section, right? Ryan used to work at Trader Joe's. Little known fun fact there.
Oh, number 93, Tennessee!
You had the most fun working there, though.
I did. Oh my goodness, me and two of my good buddies worked there all together, so we just had a great time.
And that's when we were dating, and I used to stalk him. Like, I'd show up at the store and be like, "Where?" I mean, I was a creeper. I'd like to buy this one Luna bar. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Joanie.
One Luna bar.
Like that, like, hey. One Luna bar.
Oh man, we survived each other. Here we are, 15 years later. All right, so our sweet and sour chicken is ready to go. You could also do this with quinoa. I do love quinoa, but we're going to do the rice today. 14 seconds. You ready for it? I'm going to serve you up some.
Yeah. Oh, William Robert Haynes says...
Oh, how are you? I get so excited.
I know,
it's the people who I haven't seen in years. He's an old Juilliard school days person.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What is his...
It smells ricey. He wants to know...
Ricey?
Ricey. You can smell the riciness.
Ooh, hot.
He wants to know how this will reheat if he makes this as a portion for...
perfectly. This is a great reheater for sure. Now, the veggies will be a little softer, so if you are planning to cook this earlier and make it for later, it's also a great freezer meal, so you can do that as well. I would just suggest undercooking the veggies even more, just so that when you microwave them, they keep sort of that firmness. But that's also me being like high maintenance about the texture of my vegetables. If you're not as worried about that, totally make it just the same, and it will be just great the next day.
Yeah, and maybe do the rice and the thing in different containers too.
Keep them separate.
Yeah.
Totally. We didn't do that last time. And it more turned out like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Poor man's fried rice.
Yeah, rice never reheats quite the way you'd hope. Or it can, but...
All right, Uncle Ben, let's see how this stuff is. I always like experimenting with these kind of products too. Oh, it looks like it's like pre-buttered or something. I wonder, does it have butter on it? Interesting. Where are the ingredients? Oh, it has oil in it, so that's why it's got that sort of sheen to it. I'm like, natural rice doesn't have that kind of sheen to it. This is hotter than snot, though. Holy cow, you're going to fry your fingers. All right. So now we've got our sweet and sour chicken. Let me pull out a towel here. And we got dinner, you guys. This is a fun one. I really appreciate Sue and Gina for requesting this, your combined powers, bringing this sweet and sour chicken to us today. Let me see, where is my spoon? Well, let's use the ice cream scoop. That'll work. I need a scoop.
We like big scoops.
We like big scoops. Well, yeah, that's not even an ice cream scoop. That's like it's like the cafeteria food server thing. Yeah. This is how we're rolling today.
Joanie's backup career is lunch lady.
Yeah.
This whole YouTube thing.
No, I have a YouTube, my friend over at Big Meat Sunday, that is a YouTube channel, he calls me the lunch lady. So nice. I'll take the title. Although I'm more of a dinner person than a lunch person. All right, and there you guys go. There is your, here, let's bring it around. Yeah. Let's bring it around. Show it to the people. Give you a good close-up here. Woo! Okay, I don't want to drop it. Hey, that looks pretty good though, right? Woo! And then the all-important taste test. We got to make sure it tastes good, right, guy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
Yeah. So, and I got a good bit of sauce out of it this time, which is good. So that is perfect. Don't burn your mouth.
Yeah, this is piping hot.
So Ryan and I have this funny sort of little interchange as it relates to temperature. Me, when it comes to like food that's supposed to be either hot or cold, I either like it really hot or really cold. Like I don't like lukewarm food unless it's meant to be lukewarm. But like I want my ice cream super frozen and I want my coffee really hot.
Yeah.
Whereas Ryan,
I like things more in the middle.
He's
I like my coffee just a little bit warm and my ice cream just a little bit cold.
So this is going to take a little bit so this is like putting you outside your comfort zone to eat this now.
Joanie's favorite thing is to do this. Oh, Ryan, you got to eat this. And then she brings it to my mouth and I'm like, and then she's like, oh, it's hot. And then,
Poor guy. He's so patient. He is so super patient. How'd we do? We get it down this time? Best rendition yet. And see, and this is the thing with any recipe is that the more times you make it, the better it's going to get over time, right? Like you're going to tweak it here and change it there. And that's what I love to do with recipes too. Some people just follow the recipe, straight out of the gate. Like, I'm not going to deviate. It's got to be exactly a quarter cup of this or whatever. But, feel free to throw your own spin, throw some creative ingredients. Again, this recipe, I kept it super basic. So you could definitely build on this. If you wanted to throw some carrots in there, that could be a fun addition.
Yeah.
You got a little smirk on your face.
I'm thinking water chestnuts, maybe.
Oh, water chestnuts. That could be very good.
A little crunch.
And so, so this is dinner. I have got the recipe over at joaniesimon.com on the recipes tab. All the searchable recipes there. But if you have recommendations, we will be back. The plan is next Tuesday at 3 p.m. And the hope is that I will figure out this software that allows me to have 2 cameras going at once. Yeah. Because...
And stream
live to YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll
Facebook,
see.
YouTube.
I know.
Twitter.
No.
Twitch.
No, I'm not adding Twitch. I flirted with Snapchat for 5 minutes and was like, this is all too much for me. But we will be hopefully live streaming on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously next week and also have multiple camera angles. So you'll get not only the wide view of everything that's going on, but also the little nice close-up shots. So that is the plan for next week as long as I can figure out the technology. It's the darn technology. I thought I was just cooking, but no, I'm learning software. It'll be fun. So any other questions or feedback? Astute observations, Ryan.
Yeah, well, William Robert Haynes says that thanks, because he would have totally combined the two.
Oh, Ryan's a lifesaver. This is why we need Ryan.
Listen, I've learned this the hard way.
Oh, yeah?
I've eaten so much crunchy rice, like really bad reheated rice.
Yeah. Do we like this Uncle Ben's rice?
I do actually. I think, and I wonder too if you get it with the oil on it, whether it will reheat better because it's kind of coated and protected a little bit from.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I would say the Trader Joe's stuff that Dana mentioned is better, actually.
Yeah. Well, and then you could reheat just the amount you need.
Yeah.
For however hungry you are.
Yeah, but this has got a for a microwave rice. This has got pretty good like rice flavor.
Yeah.
Pretty good texture. It's a little gummy for my taste, but you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Colin Coleman just dropped in.
Colin, you need to show up in here, Colin. We were supposed to have a cooking show together back in the day. That was our plan. So, Colin, you're welcome anytime you want to show up.
Well, he wants to know if this can work with tofu, too.
Ooh, tofu would be great. Now, tofu, of course, I would use like a extra firm tofu in this situation. And the trick, of course, to tofu is also to, or at least what I used to do, is I would like stick it on paper towels for a little bit before cooking with it to extract the moisture, and then just do a nice little pan fry and throw that in as well. That would be a great idea to totally make this vegetarian. And I believe, I could be wrong, except for this. Okay, this is a gluten-free recipe with the exception of the soy sauce. Soy sauce is not gluten-free. Why? I forget exactly why. But instead use tamari. Tamari is a great substitute in that situation and completely gluten-free. I did Google cornstarch is gluten-free because sometimes that's the thing with gluten-free. You don't always know where they're sneaking stuff in. So this recipe, totally clear for all your gluten-free friends. So, good questions, you guys. So, yeah, definitely. Tofu would be a great idea. Good call there, Colin. All right. Well, do we have anything more to say, Mr. Simon?
No, I think that's it. I think we've answered all the questions. Is that it, everybody?
Is that it, everybody? And if you don't mind, just to spread the word and spread the love so we can have a even bigger party next week. I'd say we had a pretty good little party going at a certain point here.
I think so.
At least a lot of harassment of you and the spatula. Definitely feel free to share this video, though, onto your Facebook so other folks can find it. We'll be back next week, 3 o'clock on Tuesday, unless you all are like traumatized and say we need to do it at like 11 p.m. on Wednesday. I don't think that'll happen, but hopefully this was a good, wonderful time for everybody. And in which case, then we will be back next week thinking some chicken pesto, but if you have some sort of grand inspiration between now and then, please feel free to shout it out. I think for the most part, I'm going to stick with entrees and dinner stuff, like easy weeknight dinner stuff for this live stream going forward. So if you got any requests, let me know. But other than that, I say we're signing off.
Yeah.
We'll go feed some to the kids. Make sure the kids haven't destroyed the house.
They probably have.
Yeah, they've been watching TV this whole time, so. Responsible parenting at work. All right. Well, take it easy, you guys. Thank you for joining us. We say sayonara and thank you. Mwah.